Welcome to Apeiron Alpha. Listen closely. The world works on rules, but the rules are built to keep you average. Break the cycle. Build something massive. Change your legacy. Or stay broke. Your choice. You are listening to this because you are tired. Tired of trading your time for a paycheck that barely covers your bills. Tired of seeing other people succeed while you seem to be running in circles. It's not your fault you are broke, but it is your fault if you stay broke. Today, we break the system. We give you the rule that the global elite used to dominate. The 1% rule. What is the 1% rule? It is a philosophical framework and a practical guide. The 1% rule says that 1% of the population controls 99% of the results in wealth, in influence, in productivity. To move from the 99% to the 1%, you must change your fundamental behaviors. But before we can fix it, we have to understand why you are broke. It's not your job. It's not the economy. It's not your parents. It is your habits, your mind, your lack of a repeatable system. You are trading time for money, and time is a limited resource. The 1% do not trade time for money. They own assets. They build systems. They leverage other people's time and other people's money. The 99% operates on a broken script. Go to school, get a degree, get a job, work hard, save 10%, and retire at 65. This script was designed for the industrial age, not the digital age. In 2026, the cost of living is rising faster than wages. Inflation is stealing your purchasing power. Saving money is not a wealth strategy. It is a slow wealth destruction strategy. The 1% doesn't save money. They invest money. They use debt as a tool to acquire more assets, while the 99% uses debt to buy liabilities like cars, clothes, and vacations. This is the first fundamental difference. The 1% uses money to build a financial army that works for them, even when they are sleeping. The 99% works for money and spends it immediately on things that don't pay them back. If you are working a job, you are already capped. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can't work more hours than you have. You are scalable. To build wealth, you must decouple your time from your income. You need a vehicle that is scalable, a business, an investment portfolio, a digital product, a YouTube channel. This is the only way to generate true scalable wealth. The 1% doesn't work hard. They work smart. They find leverage. They find people, code, media, or capital that can work for them. While you are sleeping, a YouTube channel can be generating revenue. A stock portfolio can be paying dividends. A digital product can be selling globally. If your money does not make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. We are living through the greatest wealth transfer in history. AI, automation, and global digital markets are disrupting everything. The job you have today might not exist tomorrow. In this new economy, adaptability is the ultimate skill. The old rules don't apply. The 1% knows this. They are not waiting for a boss to give them a raise. They are creating their own opportunities. They are constantly learning, upgrading their skills, and networking with other high achievers. The 99% is looking for security. The 1% is looking for freedom. And security is the enemy of freedom. The world does not pay you for your time. It pays you for the value you provide. A surgeon is paid more than a retail worker, not because they work harder, but because the value of their specialized skill is far greater. If you want to increase your income, you must increase your value. And how do you do that? By acquiring specialized knowledge and solving complex problems. Stop asking, how can I make more money? And start asking, how can I solve a bigger problem for more people? The 1% are master problem solvers. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the paycheck you receive. It's that simple. But most people are too busy trying to find shortcuts or waiting for luck to solve their problems. Now that you understand why the old script is broken, we must look at the blueprint for the 1%. It starts with your environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your inner circle is full of people who complain about their jobs, watch 5 hours of Netflix every night, and wait for the weekend to get drunk, you will stay broke. The 1% curate their network like a high-end art gallery. They surround themselves with mentors, investors, and high performers who push them to think bigger. Success is contagious, but so is mediocrity. If you want to change your life, change your room. The second pillar of the 1% rule is financial literacy. Most people think they know about money, but they only know how to spend it. Real financial literacy is understanding the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. Your house is a liability if you live in it and pay a mortgage. Your car is a liability. Your expensive clothes are liabilities. Wealth is built in the shadows, during the hours when no one is watching. It's the discipline to keep going when the excitement fades. If you can't manage your own time, you will always be working for someone who can. The 1% rule also applies to your physical and mental health. You cannot build a billion-dollar empire with a 10-cent body. High performance requires high-quality fuel, sleep, and exercise. Your brain is your primary asset. If it's fogged up with junk food and digital distractions, you can't make the high-level decisions required to join the elite. The 1% are athletes in the boardroom. They treat their bodies like high-performance machines. They meditate to sharpen their focus. They read books to expand their perspective. They understand that their external world is a direct reflection of their internal state. Finally, we must talk about the gap. The gap is the space between your income and your expenses. Most people increase their spending as soon as their income goes up. This is called lifestyle creep. The 1% keeps their expenses low while their income skyrockets. They live below their means for a decade so they can live beyond their means forever. They don't buy the Ferrari with their first big paycheck. They buy the rental property that pays for the Ferrari later. This delay of gratification is the ultimate superpower. If you can control your impulses, you can control your future. Now, let's talk about the 2026 blueprint. How do you actually fix it? How do you move from the 99% to the 1% starting today? It begins with one word: ownership. You must own your time, you must own your mistakes, and you must own your results. Stop waiting for the government, the economy, or a lucky break to save you. The only person coming to save you is you. The 1% are not lucky. They are prepared. They position themselves in front of trends and stay there until the wave hits. The first step is to audit your time. For the next 7 days, track every single hour of your life. How much time are you wasting on meaningless scrolling? How much time are you spending on things that don't increase your value? If you can't manage your time, you will never manage a business. The 1% values time more than money because you can always make more money, but you can never get back a single second. Start treating your time like a bank account that is slowly leaking. The second step is to build a high-income skill. Whether it's sales, coding, content creation, or digital marketing, you need a skill that the market is willing to pay a premium for. Don't be a generalist, be a specialist. In the age of AI, the middle class is being wiped out. You either lead the machines or you are replaced by them. The 1% is always at the cutting edge of technology. They don't fear AI. They use it as a force multiplier. They use it to do the work of 10 men. The third step is to invest in your network. Your net worth is truly your network. If you want to be a millionaire, stop taking advice from people who haven't made $1 million. Seek out those who are 5 steps ahead of you. Pay for their time, buy their books, or work for them for free, just to be in their energy. Proximity is power. When you are in the same room as the 1%, your thinking automatically shifts. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. But here is the truth that no one wants to hear. Most of you watching this will not change. You will finish this video, feel a temporary spark of motivation, and then go right back to your old habits. You will go back to the 99% because the 1% is lonely. It's hard. It requires sacrifices that most people are not willing to make. It means saying no to parties, no to short-term pleasures, and yes to long-term goals. It means working when everyone else is sleeping. It means believing in a vision that no one else can see. The 1% rule is not a magic pill. It's a lifelong commitment to excellence. It's about becoming the person who deserves the success you crave. If you want a different life, you must become a different person. Apeiron Alpha is here to guide you, but we cannot do the work for you. The gate to the 1% is open, but only the disciplined can pass through. The elite are not born. They are made through blood, sweat, and relentless consistency. So, here is your challenge. Don't just watch this. Execute. Pick one habit we discussed today and master it this week. One habit. That is how the journey begins. If you are ready to leave the 99% behind and join the elite, then subscribe to Apeiron Alpha. This is not just a channel. It is a movement for those who refuse to be average. The world is yours for the taking, but only if you have the courage to take it. We will see you in the next one. Stay focused, stay elite.